Can I tell you something? Start buying items that has been used before and bring it to your homes. Let me tell you this. There's a lot of spirits that are behind those items that has been used before. Whatever spirits those people were dealing with, those spirits are still attached to those items. Stop buying things that you don't know the meaning of, especially things that usually coming from Africa. A lot of African stuff holds spiritual meanings. A lot of them. I'm African. I'm coming from Africa. I know why I'm saying this. So I think it was last week. I had a dream. Basically, I was in the river. Yeah, it was like a ceremony, and I remember I was going in the river. As I was going in the river, from my left hand side, I saw these creatures. They were joined together. They was coming my left hand side, and they were going in the river. But I was a little bit behind them, but they were going in the river. So as they passed me, they were going deeper in the river. It was like they have multiple feet and multiple arms. It was a chunk of them and multiple heads. There looks like the roots of the tree, but they were all black. They were joined together. So there was tree in this river that these entities were going toward to go implant themselves under this tree. I stood there and I was watching them going down the river, and they went the river and they were like going away from it. They were going toward this tree in the water. That's where I woke up. When I woke up from this dream, to be honest, I do not know the interpretation of this dream, because it was just like, I couldn't tell what it was, but I know it was definitely some kind of spirit that was leaving me, going back to wherever it's coming from, or leaving the people behind me, going back wherever they're coming from. God told me this entity has something to do with water, mermaids. When this happens, a few days later, I find myself singing a song that does not make sense, which was just break the chain. All you gotta do is to break the chain. Just break the... I'm telling you, this song literally does not mean, like, it does not make sense. Where I find myself singing this over and over again, and I actually got annoyed. I was like, girl, you need to stop singing this song because it's not making sense. But for some reason, it was just deep in my spirit. I would stop singing it for a while, and then when I forgot about it, boom, I found myself singing it again. I got annoyed. I was like, what is this? But God was trying to talk to me about this, because recently I've been dreaming of having sexual intercourse with this thing I don't know in my dream. So when this happened, I got annoyed, and I remember it was like I don't know, a day or two ago, I was on TikTok and I came across on this lady who was talking about, you know, wearing waist beads, and she was talking about how deep wearing waist beads really is. Because for those of you who don't know, waist beads are originally coming from West Africa, like Nigeria, Ghana, Guinea, and Mali. But people that wear waist beads, they are not aware of the deepest meaning of waist beads. So one of the reasons why women used to wear waist beads in Africa is that it makes men attracted to them. I know that sounds like a very surface kind of meaning, but there's more into it. Why exactly these beads makes men attracted to women? Whenever women wear these waist beads, basically it attracts the spiritual spouses to women. These waist beads are the number one keys to make these spirits attracted to you. So we have to remember that spirits, even though you can see yourself, you know, in your dream having sex with the spirit, but whatever happened in the spirit realm, it must come to physical. That's what will make it complete. But if it only happened in the spirit realm and it do not happen in physical, it won't be fully complete, whatever the spirit was trying to do in the spirit realm. Again, when these waist beads attract spirit to women, guess what? The women probably will start dreaming of having sex in their dream, but then that sexual connection will never be completed without, women having sexual intercourse with the men physical. So what the spirit going to do is, when these beads attract the spirit going to operate in man or men to be attracted to this woman, so that the spiritual spouse can be in touch with the woman. The beast does not just make the man or the man itself attracted to women. It makes the spiritual spouses attracted to women. And now, because of the spiritual spouses are attracted to this woman, now it has to operate in a man. It has to operate in human. It has to come to this woman in human forms so that it can get to this woman. I hope you understand what I'm trying to say here. So this is the deepest meaning of why these waist beads makes men attracted to them. It's not the man itself is the spirit. So if you are not ready of going through all these things, do not wear waist beads. And if you are wearing it now, cut it off, because you are only attracting spiritual spouses. And those spiritual spouses, as soon they get attracted to you, they're not going to want to let you go. They're not going to want you to get married. They're not going to want you to have a children, because they are very jealous entities. So when I came across this video, this woman, what she was saying was similar to this. When she started talking about waist beads, God suddenly, put it in my spirit, because I was wearing waist beads. And my waist beads was not just beads, there were chains in it. That's why I found myself singing, break the chains, break the chains. All you gotta do is just to break the chains. So I was like, oh my God. I suddenly cut my waist beads off. And guess what? Not even half an hour in my community, else one of my our sisters sent a message that she is, very depressed. And God put in my spirit to ask her if she is wearing waist beads. I asked her, she said no, but she was wearing a belt. I asked her to cut it off. That was the reason that belt was possessed. There was some kind of spirit in this belt